Hi all, thanks for joining me for lesson 2, and let's just jump right in. So, lesson 2, negative self-beliefs. Don't let anybody's opinion of you become your reality. Choose to be the leader of your destiny. So, what do I mean by this? Well, as I said in the previous video, about our belief systems and where they come from and how they were installed. For me, like again as the example, I didn't really feel any movement towards becoming successful until I looked at these negative self-beliefs, always banging my head against a brick wall. It felt like couldn't progress, felt stuck, felt plateauing. So, I'll give you a couple of examples of mine. One of them would have been fear of judgment, others' opinion of me, how that really affected me and that really mattered. And I had to I worked out what the negative self-belief was. Fear of judgment. I fear others will judge me or judge me negatively. And I then flipped that to others' judgment of me is a reflection of them. So this was very powerful, and I went through this different healing modality with the lady, and I worked on these now. This, what we're going to be using in this lesson plan is sovereign alchemy. Again, sovereignty and sovereign. You having self-governance and taking off those conditions from the past, having your supreme and ultimate power, because this is your life. Nobody else should be impressing their opinions or their beliefs or their will upon you. Okay, so what we're going to do is I will deepen you down into the hypnotherapy meditation, and we will first of all actually you will look at your questions. There will be questions that will give you an exercise basically to work out what some of your negative self-beliefs are. We'll just work on, say, 3 at a time. You can work on 3, or you can go in and work on 1, or the maximum is 3 per session. And what we'll do is I'll deepen you down and take you down into the alpha brainwave frequency state, where that's your feeling body, that's your inner self, that's your emotional self, your inner child, all of this, so to speak. But I also will be calling in elements of, and I have done with people, and set your intention for your higher self to join you in higher guidance and higher power. Okay, just makes the process more powerful, calling in the superconscious mind, subconscious and superconscious mind. So, because it's all about intention, and that's maybe one thing I would like to go into a little bit more. Intention is the most powerful law, shall we say, in the world. If you've good intentions or if you've bad intentions, it all sort of comes around, karma and all that. But that's where we, if you set the intention, basically it will happen. It's in the unseen realm. And so what'll happen is you find out work it out, work out what your negative self-beliefs are. I'll deepen you down. We go into the process, and you will have a chance to go in, and an element of your higher self is called in and will help you work on that in the alpha brainwave state. And then, you work on it 1, 2, 3, whatever it may be, you will be able to come out, and you will have greater awareness, you will have greater reflection, contemplation of yourself. You will be asked to have a look at, how do you feel? What have you learned? What did you experience? How's your mindset changed? All of those things. Really, this is about cultivating self-awareness. What did you feel? How did you feel in that experience? Because we all have different ways that we perceive reality and the world, and each one is perfect. No one is any better or worse than another. So I'd really want to just take you through a wee quick exercise here. Well, about 3 or 4, but we'll just jump right in. So I invite you to close your eyes. Okay, and I want you to imagine in your mind seeing a red apple. Okay? Now open your eyes and I'll ask you, did you see a red apple? You might say yes, you're clairvoyant. You may say no, absolutely fine. So again, I'll ask you to close your eyes. I will ask you to imagine your favourite song. Okay? So now blast that favourite song in your mind with your eyes closed. Okay? Open your eyes. Did you hear that song in your mind? Now, you might have heard the song, you might have heard you singing it in your mind, whatever it may be. Did you hear it? Words? If you got a yes, you are clairaudient. And if not, that's absolutely fine. You're just one of the other ones. So, well, quickly as I went, clairvoyance just means clear seeing, clairaudience, clear hearing. And then I'm just going to invite you to close your eyes again. Okay? And I want you to imagine that there is a healer that comes up behind you with your eyes closed. Powerful healer, and they place their hands on your shoulders. I'll just ask you to open your eyes for me. And did you feel anything? If yes, that is clairsentient, so clear feeling. If not, that's fine. So some people have all three, some people have two, some people it's stronger. It's always a mixture. And then there's another one called claircognizance, and that's just clear knowing. You know, sometimes you'll just know the right answer. So when you're moving through these processes, and as you're, getting your healing and your meditation and all of this, you get to a point where that claircognizance comes more into play. It's just clear knowing. You just know the right choice to make. You're more sure of yourself. All of these things. So really look out for that. That's what we're building in your awareness. We're cultivating your own personal power, your connection to the divine, and that's a real benefit in any area of your life. So what I'm saying is, do not judge the experience. You might be more visual, you might be more auditory, you might be more sensing, kinesthetic. It's all the same way of saying the same thing. It doesn't matter. Whatever way is perfect for you. So try not to judge yourself, or don't judge yourself. And then thereafter, take you out of the process, and again, you will have some questions asked. So this is about doing the healing, doing the shadow work, asking those deeper questions, looking at the painful things that maybe, like me, it's the analogy of you sweep it under the carpet, you sweep it under the carpet, you sweep it under the carpet, and it gets to a point where you trip up. It may be holding you back in your relationships. It may be holding you back in your career. In fact, negative self and limiting self-beliefs will hold you back in every area, in every way. Because there is a reason, and it is actually, on the subconscious mind, there is a reason. It is to keep you safe. It actually, your protector mind, your subconscious mind actually believes by limiting you, it's in survival mode, it's keeping you safe. So it's kind of ironic that actually it's a detriment to your life, but the intention for it is to keep you safe. Like, I'll give a quick example. Somebody that has, say, panic attacks or doesn't want to leave the house. Now, they're not having a fully realized and actualized life. They're really limited, but their subconscious protector mind is happy because it believes that it's keeping that person safe. They're surviving, and that's its job. But when we go in and we work, and you call in your higher guidance and higher self, and I'll talk you through that in the hypnotherapy meditation, you're asking yourself for help. You are becoming more empowered. You are self-actualizing yourself. Very, very powerful processes. Very much you cultivating and taking back and reclaiming your power. But you have to do the shadow work first. That's the knowing thyself and facing the shadow, these more difficult things. And to be honest, I'm no different than anybody else, and it took me to years of struggle until I addressed these things and the traumas in my life, and until they were able to change. And I just feel so different. Your quality of life just gets better. You stop playing that comparison game, because if you know you're good enough, you don't care if another person's good enough too. That's the mindset, that's the growth, that's the evolution of it. And it's a beautiful thing. So thank you for listening. I hope you're enjoying the journey. I know I am, and I'll see you